Hey foodies, today I'm going to be showing you how to make the perfect omelet. And if it doesn't go as planned, it's going to be the perfect scramble. And when it comes to scrambles, I'm a big eyeballer. I did not use exact measurements on any of this. And that's the thing I love so much about scrambles, is there's really no right and no wrong to make them. You just put in whatever you want, however much you want, and it's gonna turn out great because it's a scramble with eggs and vegetables. What's better than that? My scramble is going to be comprised of broccoli, which is my favorite vegetable of all time, onions, which I love in scrambles so much, yams, which you probably, I've told a lot of people that I love yams in my scrambles, and a surprising number of people have never had yams in their scrambles. I wonder if you have. If you haven't, please try to recreate this. I promise you, you will enjoy it. And last but not least, what recipe could be complete without my favorite goat cheese? Am I right? I'm going to be using garlic and herb goat cheese. You can use just plain goat cheese too, but I like it with the garlic and herb. I think it adds a nice little oomph for my omelet. So, if you want to do a vegan recipe of this, make a broccoli, onion, yam, avocado scramble with tofu instead. So I'm getting pretty hungry. I think it's time to get cooking. But when I think about breakfast, I think of Matilda.
On my way, on my way, on my way, on my way, on my way.
Who doesn't love Matilda? But okay, seriously, I'm now going to start to show you how to actually make the food. So we take our pan. I have a pretty large pan here because I'm using 5 eggs. And I'm going to do it on a medium heat. Right about there. Get the pan going. We're going to be a little healthier. Instead of using butter, you can use you could use butter if you want to. I'm just going to use a little bit of some non-stick spray. I'm just going to do an even spray so that it doesn't stick, and a little bit around the edges. Get that there. There we go. Very excited. So I like to start with what's going to take the longest to cook first. So I'm going to put my onions in first. One of my favorite ingredients to put in anything when I'm cooking it is really onions. I love them caramelized, and I know a lot of people don't like onions, but oh, they're so good. And you can also put them on the grill in the barbecue. You can wrap them up in aluminum foil to die for, seriously. And like I said, I eyeball all of this. So I really like a ratio of more ingredients to less eggs. So when I make a scramble or an omelet, I really like a lot more of the ingredients to be center stage than the egg. The egg is kind of like what holds it all together. And I love a lot of ingredients. That's why I have a lot of broccoli and onion and yam and goat cheese. And I feel like it's healthier that way too. There's just so much going on in it. Your mouth is like exploding with flavors. Sometimes I just get so impatient. Like I want it to just be done already. Because I want to eat it and I get so hungry. So what we have going on right here is some onion cooking. We've got these onions. They're going to get slowly, they're going to soften, and they're going to get a little golden brown, which is exactly what we want. Now, unfortunately, technology has not developed a way yet for you to be able to smell this with me over the internet, but I so wish you could, because the only thing that's in the pan right now is onions, but when they are cooking with, oh my gosh, they're look at this, ooh, they're turning brown. All right, so I've got some beautiful onions going on here. They are ready for the yams to go in right now. And just so you know, I already microwaved these just to kind of speed up the cooking process, because if you put these in raw with the rest of the ingredients, you would have to cook your omelet for quite a while for these to be done, and then everything else would be overcooked. You don't want that. So I just kind of cut this up real quick. I threw it in the microwave, I put a little bit of water in, and I microwaved it for 2 minutes. Microwave times vary, so just kind of do it like a minute at a time to see what works for you. But 2 minutes worked great for this amount. All right, so I'm adding my yams now. You could also make this with sweet potatoes, and I was actually deciding what I was going to put in this, whether I was going to put the yams or the sweet potatoes. But I personally think yams have a little bit of a sweeter taste, even though sweet potato has the word sweet in the name, but I prefer yams. I think the fun of cooking is being able to customize exactly how you want it and not having to stick to a recipe. So please make variations, change up things, but I think the goal in all of this is just to kind of get you cooking in the kitchen and having fun and eating healthier. Oh, it's looking so pretty. Can you see that? It's smelling really good too. This is going to be one ingredient filled omelet. As a wise man John Mayer once said, I didn't fail at making an omelet. I succeeded at making a scramble. Yes, he did, John Mayer. Yes, he did. Okay, so these are mixing together. Oh my gosh, this color is just phenomenal. I think foods that are color coordinated taste even better. Moving on. Step number 3, broccoli. I already cut this up. I like it kind of chunky. Oh, why not? We're just gonna put it all in. It's gonna have a lot of ingredients. I throw the broccoli in at the very end before I put in the egg because I like the broccoli to just kind of be a little cooked. If you notice, as this broccoli cooks, it gets even greener. The color comes out of it and the flavor. And now I'm gonna take my eggs and I'm just gonna pour them in. All over. Yeah. Forget it, we're not making an omelet, we're making a scramble. There's too many ingredients in this to really make it an omelet because there's a lot of broccoli. It's all cut kind of coarse. It's pretty thick, so I'm just gonna move it around. And the keys, I believe, to making a really great scramble, I don't like the eggs overcooked, so I kind of like to keep the egg moving in the pan and then move it around. And as you'll see, when the egg is not as liquidy, like when it's not quite as runny, is the time when we're gonna put the goat cheese on. Because I like the cheese to be just at the very end. This is exactly how we want it to look. It's getting nice and cooked. I'm gonna turn the heat down a little bit. This is the stage where I'm just gonna real quick, I'm gonna go into my spice cabinet. I'm gonna get out just a little bit of salt and fresh pepper. Now these are optional. I don't like things to be too salty, but what I am gonna do, turn this down, I am gonna put a little bit of garlic salt in it. Just a real quick amount. I think it just gives it a nice flavor. Just a little bit of garlic salt. And garlic salt, sometimes I use that besides regular salt. Kind of gives more flavor. Fresh ground pepper. A fresh pepper grinder is a must for every kitchen. I use this thing all the time. Bring on the pepper. Fun fact about pepper, pepper was once so sought after, it was actually a form of currency. Believe it or not, believe it. Final touch, a little bit of salt. Not too much salt. Just a real quick sprinkle. And then we have just made quite a scramble. It's so close to being done. I'm just gonna really quickly take a little bit of goat cheese. Now, this gets a little messy, but I just kind of like to plop it down. Goat cheese. This is like gold to me. Maybe one day, world's currency will be goat cheese. You know, I'll be stocked up on it for sure. I'm gonna become a millionaire. It's fun too. Goat cheese is my favorite. Alright, there we go. There we go. And oh, I could not take a bite of it, I'm sorry. We get all that cheesy goodness inside. Yes, sir. Scramble from my dreams. Okay, enough finger licking. We are done. It's time to plate. All right, here we go. Ready to try it. All right, I'm going for the broccoli first. Came out perfect. The broccoli is still crispy. That's how I like it. Let me taste the egg. The onions, oh my gosh. These 4 ingredients work so well together because they're all so different in textures and tastes. You get the creaminess of the goat cheese, the sweetness of the yam, that green crunch of the broccoli, and then that savory onion. And it just all works so well together. I gotta finish eating this. I hope you enjoyed the first ever episode of What's Amy Cooking. Stay tuned for more and subscribe if you like what you see. Bon appetit! Hi foodies, I wanted to thank you so much for watching my video. If you enjoyed it, please like, comment, or favorite it because your support inspires me to keep filming.